I know it's easy, and we kind of talked about, it's so easy for people just to blame Spags. It's easy to blame the DC or the offensive coordinator or, but we talk about missed tackles. That was a big thing in this game. It looked like I was telling Lance earlier. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the USC Utah game on Friday, but our tackling tonight looked exactly like USC's second half tackling, and it was awful. I mean, it was really pitiful. But the thing that stands out, you got 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 on their second to last series. They get that first down pretty much. That's game, and then they end up getting the other first down to T. Higgins, and that was game. But look at that play. Chase is there. I mean, Spags called that perfectly. It's a bubble to Chase, and we have 3 guys surrounding him, and Chase doesn't think it's the first down. I mean,
dude, I thought like literally those guys was in the backfield. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. They got him right here, and he squirts out for 2 or 3, and not to mention allowing the wide receivers to block our corners like that. Yeah. I mean, man, you got to hit a dude in the throat. I mean, this is what I'm talking about at the end. You have to make that play. You have got to want to make that play more than the other guy right there doesn't want to, he's trying to make his, trying to stop you. Like a wide receiver blocking, man, get off that guy. I can see if it's a linebacker or I'm sorry, like a offensive tackle or tight end, a little bit stronger guy than you. Yeah, but corner, you supposed to come up and make that, man. You got to make that play. So it was a lot of bad tackling going on tonight, man. And I think all the guys would agree with it. They will. They agree with it. They didn't tackle us as good as they should have.
How much this is a coaching issue? Because I think that a lot of times we see some questionable decision-making from Steve Spagnuolo in some of these situations because the fact that we know he's a blitz-heavy schemer. We know he loves to run the blitz. In tonight's game, you saw a lot of soft coverages, a lot of things where he was almost daring them to run, but when they were running with succession, I didn't see a lot of adjustments that looked like they were actually putting it out there. And the effort is something I was worried about as well, because I saw Darius Harris, a fringe player on this defense, just doing olays, not running guys down, not showing that same motor the Bengals were trying to match them with on the other side of the ball. So I wonder sometimes like how much of this also falls on coaching. JD, I think you're the one that would know better than me, man.
Mm-hmm. Look, the coaches, what you do is you prepare guys, get them ready, and put them in positions to make plays. That's what you do as a coach. You can't play for guys. I don't care. You just can't. And so that's what the guy has to come within himself, out of the emotion, out of, all the heart, what he's doing, to go out there and try to dominate as much as possible. That's what you have to do. And so it's one thing that, we talk about like, right, Spags, not putting Joshua Williams in the great position as far as, not getting somebody over the top. Well, then we sitting over saying it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Somebody's got to drop their cojones and come off the football. Somebody has to stop somebody, right? And somebody's got to push somebody in the backfield. That's what it's all about. Like a mano, you have to win your battle. That's what it boils down to. Yeah. And so we could say coaching is one thing, but hey, coach is like, look, hey, once I call the plays, y'all got to play it. Shoot, if a guy's kicking your tail on the line of scrimmage, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It has to do with you. And so if we're sitting there seeing this failure time in and time again, okay, and Samjay Pirine is getting over 100 yards and he's running up the gut, and somebody's like, Bowen's too small. I don't care what linebacker. You get to the second level and put your hands on somebody, it's going to be difficult for a guy to come off. That's the bottom line. So it's hard when we're sitting over here and we say, well, it could be the coachings and stuff like that. Hey, I could call the right play. I could call the greatest blitz or whatever. If you're not getting home, you're not getting home. Like I looked at one that we actually called pressure. We had 6 on 5, and we bottle up. It's like a bottleneck. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, get through the lane. Like, get through the lane, right? Against a team that's been giving up sacks, here we come in like that. Like, well, how is that possible, right? That's what you start wondering. How is it that we don't get back and get any sacks like that during the game? We're not getting the pressures of hitting Joe Burrow the way that we should. Heck, the one that Stalwart got back on it and knocked him down, it's, roughing the passer. Mm-hmm. So, come on, man. It's just terrible. Yeah, dude, where is Derek Namdi? Good question. No, I'm not. Look, and I'm not. Look, I'm always trying to be fair to guys, But I gotta see more out of certain guys. I gotta see more out of them. Period.
Yeah, and you saw an intimidation almost from Mike Dana in that last play, that last pivotal play, the 3rd and 11. He was in the backfield and he slowed up. It was almost like he was afraid to hit Burrow because of what happened with Stallworth early in the game. Because now what it's come to, not to dive off too far into the officiating aspect, but it did play a factor earlier in the game because it gave the Bengals 25 additional yards on that first drive where Stallworth makes a fundamental tackle on Joe Burrow, a 325-pound man.
Right.
Can't just stop his body from falling forward when he's already tackling somebody. Made a fundamentally the ball wasn't even out of Joe Burrow's hands yet. He's already making contact with his body. So it wasn't a timing issue. They're saying you can't land on him. That is impossible. It is impossible to do that. That added 15 yards. The soft-ass DPI they put on, I think it was McDuffie as well. Yeah. These are the kinds of things, and that was an interception, by the way. Those are the kinds of things that can cost teams games. It wasn't really a game, so the Chiefs had an opportunity to adjust to those horrific decisions. But yes, I think at the end of the game, you saw almost like a timid way about some of the guys on the Chiefs side. Man, we can't afford to get a penalty here. Let's just hope that the secondary makes a big play on this one. I gotta pressure. I gotta hurry. I can't make the big contact because I'll throw this flag. And that's a real problem the NFL now has, man, because these guys aren't gonna be able to make big plays and get their team a victory because of the timidness that they have to carry around late in games like that because of bad penalties.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I think that was a bad call on Stallworth. I do. I think it was a terrible call. They can say whatever they want to on McDuffie. I don't know if you call that one, to be honest with you. But when you're sitting over and you're just looking at it, I don't know if guys pulled up. It maybe looked like that, and I don't know. Could be something to it, Lance. I'm not sure, but I don't really know guys saying that or the heart of these guys like that to say this guy pulled up you know what I mean? But I just think there's just got to be more there. It has to be absolutely more there, especially when you're playing up in a hostile environment. You got to go all the way out. No holds bar. You don't worry about none of it. You got to go ahead and just come after them jokers. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.